Hello everybody, welcome to Backstage Pass. We're here in Compiègne. It's the start of Paris-Roubaix, which is probably one of the hardest one-day races of the year. The race is 260 kilometers long, but what makes it really hard is 53 kilometers of cobblestones we're gonna have today. For me, and I think a lot of other riders as well, this is one of the first races I can remember watching when I was young on television. I think that's probably because of the cobblestones and the distance. It makes it a really hard race and a bit heroic, so I think that's why I remember it that well. Also, Paris-Roubaix is the last race of the Flemish Classics. Next week the Ardennes start with Amstel Gold Race, so it means for a lot of riders the last chance to get a really good result. Also here in the team, a lot of us, this is the last race before going into a small rest period. And I think if you look at the team, we have a really good and experienced team with Stewie winning this race a couple of years ago, so I think everybody is really motivated to give it 100% this last time.
Big day lays ahead. It's an adventure for everyone. First mission is to get to Roubaix in one piece, and I think the boys had a really strong classics campaign. They're in great form. Everyone's super motivated, and like the boys said before, it's the last big one for quite a few of us. So today she's all in.
What advice have you got from the boys about skin suits and things like that?
Oh, apparently I'm not allowed to race with a skin suit here. Stewie said I'm not allowed to race with it, so I'm just going to put it on and put a jersey over the top, and then halfway through the bunch I'm going to whip it off and in your face, Stewie. But nah, I'm not allowed to race with it yet, so I'm a bit upset about that. So I'm just trying to deal with that at the moment, and but I should be over it by the time the race starts.
Believe it or not, little muscles in the fingers, they get pretty sore, so you just got to take care of your little pinkies. So tape them up for the big day. I guess it didn't really make the tips the other day because it's a bit of a job taping them up, so I couldn't be bothered.
We are in Compiègne. It's a special area because we've got a piquantin. It's a sort of candies, but also represent 3 different statues in one monument here. They created that in 1530, and we really arrived in Roubaix. It's close to the border in Belgium, so we've got also some nice place like the Carbonate of Flamande. It's meat with onion and for sure beers. You cook this meat in a beer. I'm pretty sure you will like that. Also beer in Australia is famous.
You guys in for a good treat today? We're going to go and do a few sections of cobblestones, stand at the end with spare wheels and bottles. Dan's going to come with me today, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a bit like that movie, what's it called? Dumb and Dumber.
That has got to hurt. Johanna Fredo.
ORICA-GreenEDGE et le 204.
So far we've seen, look at this womble. He's going in reverse. So far we've done 4 or 5 sections of cobbles, and Stewie's off the front in a group of 4. Cookie decided to stop. He came, he wanted to get in the car, but we made him do a couple extra K for training to make it shorter for him. And we're off to the next section. Arenberg.
Here we go. This is the Arenberg Trench as they're coming up to it. 4 riders. It's okay for these guys, but they are going to hit this as hard as they possibly can when they arrive with the peloton. But you look at the bumping and roaring of these men here. Now behind them though, Sean, it's going to be like a flat-out sprint, isn't it, to get in here at the right position. That's why Thor Hulshoff had a puncture exactly the wrong time. You've got to be at the front, and it's almost like a lead-out for a sprint to get into this Arenberg section.
Yes, and I think it's worse than some of the big sprints we see at the end of a race, because there's so many riders want to be up front. Still with 80 riders, there's a lot of riders feeling really good, and yeah, it can be just hectic as we can see the bunch going on to the Arenberg section.
McDonald's at the back there, they're just piling through at the moment.
Who's going to win the race today?
Qui va gagner? Chavanel.
Chavanel? O'Grady? O'Grady?
Chavanel, est-ce que
They obviously don't know the freckle.
Sebastian's there.
Good job, Sebastian. Good job. Eat and drink, man. Eat and drink. Don't forget that. That's important.
Sebastian Langeveld looking very confident.
So here we are on Carrefour de l'Arbre. Tyler Farrar was trying to come back to the group. He was a little bit behind, and the people just walk out on the roads when the first guys have finished and don't really care about who's still coming. So he nearly cleaned out a kid. The kid nearly cleaned him out. And yeah, so you've got to watch out for all the elements here. The cobbles, the people, and the Belgians. They're always drunk here.
That's it. Van Mark goes for it. He's out of the saddle, but unfortunately Cancellara looks in the better position at the moment. He's coming around the outside. Seb Van Mark is beaten to the line by Fabian Cancellara, who takes his third win. What a fabulous finish. And they go over the top of the chasing riders.
Look, I think it was a fantastic day, really. I mean, we came out there to be a presence in Roubaix, and I think we did that. Well done, mate.
Finished.
Bit hard, man.
Keep going.
Yeah, I think we did that. We made a little bit of a mistake early, missing the early move. Had to spend a few guys getting that back. So we weren't left with many cards to play, but Stewie played a really good card, had a big crack, and then Langeveld and the finish was just awesome. So no, we're really happy with the day. For me, on a personal note, yeah, it was pretty exciting back there in the car. Yeah, nuts. Couldn't see the car in front of me half the time, so it was a great experience.
Is it the hardest thing you've ever done?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the start was so fast, and we missed a break, and we had to get it back, and then after we got it back, I pretty much got dropped before the first section. So yeah, it was just one of those things that I wanted to finish in the velodrome, and I have no idea what's going on. So I'm gonna go inside and debrief with the guys. But I just wanted to get to that velodrome, and when you come inside the velodrome, it was a dream come true. But it's not how I wanted it, but that's all right. It's just a good experience, and I will be back next year. So thanks.
Good on you, mate. We're proud of you.
Oh yeah, no, another Paris-Roubaix done and dusted. Coughing up dirt and dust for a couple of days, I reckon. Feel pretty nailed. Stock standard Paris-Roubaix. I mean, yeah, we didn't. The plan didn't go perfectly, that's for sure. But they really do in Paris-Roubaix. We had a good crack. Sebastian's pulled out a fantastic result. It's his best result in Paris-Roubaix. So, we can come away with. I guess we've kind of got something out of a very bad situation. So, hats off to Sebastian.
Yeah, if you can finish top 10 in a race like Paris-Roubaix, it's I think you got to be happy. And also, if you see the race I did, I think Stewie did an awesome ride. Was up there the whole time, so I was pretty relaxed and happy with that. I finished off well with a 5th place in Harelbeke, 10th place in Flanders, and today 7th. I'm pretty happy with the classic season.
So what's next for you, mate?
Next week is Amstel. It's one of the only Pro Tour races in Holland, and I'm going there to help Garo. He's in a really good shape, and he's up for it. So I know the roads there, and try to go for a good result there with Garo.
This gives us good hope for next weeks. We have next week the Ardennes coming up with Garo, Alba, and all those guys winning. So I think good things will come soon.